Hello, welcome back to Steak and Sanity. My name is David and this is a channel about my carnivore diet journey. Today I'm checking in back in the park in Tunbridge Wells. I've had a couple days off in Cambridge. I had a few events to go to, a dinner. It's been a pretty tough week just on the heels of my water fast. I recorded a video the morning after the event, which I will post before I post this one. But basically, the wheels fell off, which I kind of knew was going to happen, which is why I wanted to do the refeeding process before I went to Cambridge. But I ended up having a load of glasses of wine, some other alcohol to drink, and which in itself maybe wasn't too bad. But I did have some vegetables and stuff, and I think upon reflection, and I think I said this in the last video, I can't remember, but upon reflection, it wasn't actually that bad until the next day when I went to this sort of follow-up event. But being hungover, even though I had loads of water before I went to bed, I was still hungover when I woke up in the morning, and my sort of willpower was low. That's my only excuse. And essentially I ended up having some coffee, some milk, maybe a couple of pastries, little ones, mini ones, not big ones, but still I had some wheat, and had carbs. And then lunch came around and literally all they had to eat was sandwiches. They didn't have any kind of the, chicken skewers or anything that I expected them to have. So I ended up having a half a sandwich. And yeah, just overall wasn't particularly happy with the diet. I did have some just chicken later in the day, and I had one glass of Prosecco and then just some warm tea for the rest of the evening at the evening event that I needed to go to. And so yeah, not an ideal couple of days, I have to say. I'm not proud of myself, but I'm also not beating myself up either. It's only a freaking diet, and it's what I choose to do, so I just chose to do something different. What did it do? What are the knock-on effects? Well, I weighed in this morning and I was 94.4. So for anybody keeping track, that's basically I gained a kilo since the last time I weighed in. So hopefully, I expected it, honestly, to be worse. Normally when I drink alcohol, I can gain 2 kilos overnight. So not as bad as it could be. I haven't been back to the gym yet at all, so I've had no workout in. I've done no exercise. I was planning on doing that today, but I've got some family sort of not requirements, but I've got some family stuff I need to take care of this afternoon. So I'll have to go home. I've got to pick up my son. I've got to faff around with doing all that stuff. So it'll be awkward, but I think I probably will just go back to the gym tonight and try and get a quick workout in. I'm out and about tomorrow as well, so I'll try and get a workout in then and just get back on some sort of a schedule. I'll probably do a couple of days of cardio over the weekend just because it'll make me feel better, and then I'll get back to weight training next week. Next week is a normal week. Sorry, I gotta switch hands here. Next week is a normal week, so I should be okay to kind of get back on the diet. Get back in the gym and get everything back to normal. Overall, I need to get to a point, I think, where just a minor disruption in my schedule doesn't throw me completely off, and I don't use that as some sort of an excuse, to break the diet or, to do something different, and that's on me. And, that's something I need to work on, but I will continue to work on that, and I just have to remember that I have to do the best at every single opportunity that I can. If I go somewhere, if I go to a coffee shop for a meeting, do I have to get a latte? No. I'm off lattes, which is fantastic. I don't ever have a latte anymore. I might at the most have a flat white, but do I really need a flat white? Probably not. I could just get a black Americano. So that would do just as well. So it's all about those little choices, but it's every time I go, I have to make sure and make the choice that I want to make, because no one's forcing me to do any of this shit. It's just me deciding to do it. And so it's only me that I'm letting down. My wife doesn't love me any less if I gain 3 kilos or not. My son doesn't care what I weigh. Nobody, you know, nobody cares. This is only me trying to do something for me. So, you know, it's only me that's pressuring myself. So sometimes I give myself a break and sometimes I don't. So I think it's important for me not to beat myself up over it no matter what, because that's how you get into obsessive territory, I think. And I can't over rotate on it, because if I start worrying about every half a kilo, and I could almost feel it after the fast. I honestly had the thought, I'm like, okay, I've had this really bad meal. I know I've had some carbs. I've had a little bit more to eat. I've had a glass of Prosecco. Maybe next week I'll just fast again. And that is, I think, that's the slippery slope of how eating disorders start. I can see it. I can recognize it, that it's coming. And I think something about me in general is that I don't really have an addictive personality, which I think is very good, because if you did, I could imagine that could be really addictive. And I know women that I've known in the past and stuff like that have always said, you know, sometimes it's about control, and when your life is kind of spiraling out of control, your eating is something that you can control, and so they don't eat because they can control that, and it's something to latch onto. And there's a lot of stuff going on with me, business-wise and personally and family-wise and money and everything else, and it's just interesting that I've recognized that feeling a little bit, and it's almost like, yeah, I can just fast again. So I don't want to do that. And at least I'm conscious of it, and I'm not just, slipping into it without even realizing what's going on. And 6 months later, I have a fucking eating disorder that I've got to get counseling to get over. So I'm trying not to beat myself up. I'm trying not to sweat it too much. I'll do the best I can. I've had some chicken for lunch today with, again, a tiny few bites of rice or whatever. And again, I don't care. And that's just because I'm planning on going to the gym later, and I find it's a lot better. I get a better workout in if I had something to eat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my update for today. So like I said, I'll post the video from yesterday morning. I'll post that video first, and that was another one recorded in Cambridge in the morning. It's only like 4 minutes long, so it's quite short. And then I'll post this one shortly after. So yeah, that's it for me for today. The sun's out again. It's actually a beautiful day. I think over the next sort of week or two maybe even, the weather's supposed to be much nicer. It's supposed to be warmer. We're supposed to get up to sort of 18-20 degrees C. Don't know what that is in old money anymore. I just know C now, basically. So but anyway, that'll be nice and warm, so there'll be plenty of time to get out and about. And yeah, so you may get more outdoor recordings from me, because I quite enjoy doing it like this. And yeah, that's it for today. So everybody have a good weekend, and I will see you soon.